Hi, and welcome to my demo of Lab 2 for Software for Embedded Systems. In this setup, we are using an ESP32V2, a potentiometer, an LED in series with a resistor. I'm going to quickly go over the setup. So here we have our potentiometer on the first pin. It's connected to our voltage. Our middle pin is connected to GPIO A2, and our third pin is connected to ground. On the right side over here, we have our resistor in series with our LED, which is connected to GPIO 27. That's the setup. It is then connected to my laptop, where I will run the program. This program is supposed to implement a real-time clock, as well as control the LED's PWM signal, frequency, and duty cycle via the potentiometer readings. Okay. So first, here, I'm going to run, just press run. And as you can see, the LED begins blinking at a frequency that's been set. Okay, so now the program is asking for user input. So I'm going to put the input year of 2003. The month is January, so 01. The day is the 29th. The weekday is, so January 29th, 2003 was a Wednesday, so this correlates with 2, index that Monday is 0. So the weekday is 2, the hour is 0, the minute 0, and the second is 0. The microsecond is 0. Okay. So it prints out the date and time. Like I said, January 29, 2003 was a Wednesday. And we can wait here until it should print out the date time every 30 seconds. So I will come back and show you that the terminal has printed it out more date times. We've already gotten one here. As you can tell, it's been 30 seconds since the first one, and I'll show you the final output. Okay, so now back to the implementation of how we are controlling the LED's PWM signal, frequency, and duty cycle via the potentiometer readings. So currently, the value is none. So if I turn this potentiometer, the frequency and brightness of the LED should not change. However, once I press the button here, SW38, the frequency at which this LED is blinking should change as I turn the potentiometer dial. And it's going to get so fast, and then we could go the other direction. And it'll get really slow. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back at just in the middle, a normal frequency. Okay, so let's call that button press 1. On the second button press, we now gain control over the LEDs. We can change the LED's duty cycle via the potentiometer reading. So I'm going to turn the potentiometer down, and it gets really dim, but if I turn it bright, it'll get really bright, and then back into the middle. I'm going to do this one more just to show both of those one more time, just to show that it works. So now on button press 3, we should regain control over the frequency. So you can see that it gets really slow when I turn it one way, and really fast when I turn it the other way. Now if I press the button one more time, it'll get really slow, then really fast. I'm not really slow, really dim and then really bright. This part is the duty cycle. Sorry, I misspoke. Okay. Now, if we come back to my terminal, we can see that the output, that it's printing the date and time every 30 seconds. And that concludes lab 2.